Hey, so, well, now, if you've hung in there and you're keeping an eye on the channel while we're in between tours here, looky, we got us a Phish whiteboard recap. What is this? 22103, and it is a show that I was at. Well, not my first show, really my third show. But the first show where I was like, whoa, that was amazing. I have got to go to more of these. And it started out with a Wilson, and by this point I had gotten into the band, knew all the songs during the hiatus, and so Wilson was an early on favorite of mine. I think at this point, if I had to have a favorite song at this point, it was probably Maze or Squirming Coil. Did not get either one of those this night, but got a bunch of stuff. And like I've said now for the third time, we got the Wilson opener. That's one of the strongest openers they got. Perhaps this is why I have that feeling. I've never realized, sometimes we have these Phish opinions. We don't know why. Go back and take a look at some of your early shows. Maybe that's embedded in you somewhere, somehow. And then we get Frankenstein to follow that up. We're never going to get a John Fishman solo. But we do get a brief John Fishman solo in Frankenstein, kind of built into the song. Doesn't go but maybe 20 seconds or so, but that's always welcome. Really rocking start to the show with the Wilson Frankenstein. We're like, all right, man, this new Phish coming back from the break. Rock and roll. And then comparisons to nowadays, you do not get a Down with Disease like this early in the first set. And it goes, we got Undermine, Wolfman, songs like that now in the first set, but this Down with Disease, taking it a step further, running that 15, 16, 17 minute range, not getting that much now. And then, this is where you also see, oh, that's right. I remember Mike, although Mike may have been dressed like the average man in 2.0. He did not play like your average bass player a lot of nights, and this time, Down with Disease showing that early in the show. And then there was pauses in between the songs here a little bit of a long pause for a long Life Boy. First slow down ballad of the night, and then a Boogie On. No slowing down about that again, still one of my favorite covers to this day. This one taking us deep here in the first set. Oh, yeah, maybe not taking us deep, but a very, very strong Boogie On. Followed by a rockin' end, starting the set, rocking out. Ending the set, it seemed like maybe there with an Antelope, but nope, getting Henrietta getting his shot at a vacuum solo with I Didn't Know. One thing I do recall from this show was a guy who I described at the time looking like maybe an English teacher, although I was much younger. I don't know what I would describe him as now. He face planted, man. There was no face planted into rock back then. He face planted into like maybe someone's shoulder, and they kind of move over and look like, what the hell is this? And as they move, he just falls more. Finally goes right into some hard plastic chairs. I don't know if he was drinking too much. I don't know if it was the vacuum solo or what. But boom, he was out of here. So for a first set here, we get the Life Boy. Not that I don't like Life Boy. If we're going to get a slow down ballad right there, that's nice. And then I didn't know if we're getting a vacuum solo. So a very, very strong first set. I can see why I was kind of reeled in here in this one. Then Mike starting out the second set. Oh boy, I was definitely a fan of that. I remember this too strongly, the lights, just being like, whoa, I don't know what I was partaking in the first set and during set break. But the Mike's free coming off of this monster first set, very strong opener. And then we get a Waste, like we got the Life Boy there, we get Waste there. 2001 had several teases throughout 2001, not sure what that was. And then Harry Hood, not into the set, but mid-second set, but really, it did feel like maybe, early on in the comeback, maybe they were just had exhausted the jams with the mics and the free, the Down with Disease, the Hot Boogie On. Hood did it, all of these dreams, and then, okay, you're ending with Possum and Cavern, but Pog, where was Weeka Pog? You got the mics here, no Pog? Oh, it's near criminal. I'm sure I was upset that night, and, that's all right. This was all strong, then you get to this, again, like I said, maybe because I have some opinion. Oh, and then let's not forget the Velvet Sea Encore. Ending it out after. I'm telling you, they pretty much gave it. After Hood, they were like, all right, let's just keep it steady. Started out rocking. Started to go deep. I don't know what was going on. Even in between Life Boy and Boogie On. Maybe it was the way Mike was dressed. Mike looked like a guy that would walk into a hardware store up there in Vermont. Be like, where's the snow shovels, I don't think Mike sounds like that. Where's the snow shovels? Very deep voice, Mike Gordon. Alright guys, so there's your off-season mid. This is almost like an all-star break more than an off-season, huh? Alright, so as you can see, that's why I was reeled in. They had me. The lights during that Mike and Free, we got a crowd eruption during the Antelope. There's good video footage of most of the show on YouTube. Got an eruption there, and then you realize as the glow sticks start hitting the stage, you're like, oh, I thought they were going wild for Trey. Nah. There's Chompers in '03. I was a little bit of one of them. I gotta say. Frankenstein early on, huh? You don't see the Down with Disease going the extra mile. Mike's Without the Weak Paul, although that has happened. Hitting you with a possum in cavern. I don't know why it was such a nay. I enjoyed the Hood. The Hood was stretched out a bit. 2001 was a pretty cool ride. The Mike's and Free was great. I don't know. Boogie On. It's been a while on a couple of these songs too. I didn't know. That'll be stuck in your head, huh? I didn't know. Oh, that didn't look good. Oh no. Might have to,